Today I am in Idaho City, standing on the historic Main Street. You can see behind me, there's the trading post. Further up the street, you've got Harley's Pub. And all of it doesn't really have much to do with the video at all. I just think it's cool. The real reason that I'm here is to see a 264 square foot prefab home built by Drop Structures. And to do that, we've got to go up the street to the Smoke Jumper Resort because I'm actually staying in it tonight, and it's going to give me a good chance to see what it's all about. Let's go check it out. Behind me is the Smoke Jumper. They've got 9 prefab homes, all built by Drop Structures out of Lethbridge, Alberta, which is perfect because I've wanted to see one of these in person for years now, and what a better way to do it than to spend a couple nights, one in each different style of home that they've got here. Last night I stayed in the Holo Plus with the loft, but I know very well from doing this for years that there are a lot of people out there that simply don't want to mess with the loft. So today I'm staying in their ADU style unit that has everything on the ground floor. Let's go check it out. Oh, hey, how you doing? Okay, good. Welcome to Cabin 7, the biggest out of everything that they've got here at the Smoke Jumper. It's a full foot wider than what I stayed in last night. This is 11 feet wide by 24 feet long for a total footprint of 264 square feet. At first glance, this model does look very similar to the Holo Plus, but it is completely different. Trust me, there's something really special about the inside of this model, and you'll notice it's got the ramp on the outside. That's a hint. You might have guessed it, it is fully wheelchair accessible, and I'll show you exactly what that means for the inside when I do the interior, all right? As far as the exterior goes, you know I am a big fan of the dark metal siding with the wood accent on the front, and at night, this thing looks even better. They've got LEDs built into the overhang, they've got a covered porch on the front, and again, they do have this full wall of windows, which just looks sweet. If you live in a climate similar to the one that I'm in right now in the mountains of Idaho, you can't sleep on the covered porch. Sure, it's sunny right now, but the day before I got here, they got dumped on with 8 inches of snow. And if you're coming home, you don't want to be fumbling with your keys, getting snowed or rained on. So the covered porch is a nice option. I guess you wouldn't be fumbling with your keys because they've got a keypad here, but just ignore that for now. Going off the front, you can see they've got the mini split on the side. They've got a window into the living room. And then up front here, they've got the fire pit set up because yes, this is in a resort setting. Makes sense. I'm gonna do a full walk around the outside so you can see everything that they've got going on the exterior, and then we'll go inside and I'll show you some of the things that make this one special. Starting at the back of the home, that window right there goes into the bathroom, and I believe the middle one opens, but I will have to verify that. Going up this side, you get a look at the metal siding, which I think looks sharp. You can see they got snow here, and it did slide right off onto the ground beside it. There's the mini split beside the window into the living room, and then coming around the front, you'll notice on this model, the roof meets in the middle as opposed to being offset on the Holo Plus. So, depending on which look you like better, you do have the option of both from Drop Structures. You can see there's the 2 models there. The one in the background is kind of offset, whereas the one that I'm talking about has met right in the middle. So coming around this side, not a lot going on here. Just a full solid wall there. I think it's best. Come back around the front, give you one more look at the front because that's the showstopper on these, right? With the wood accent, covered porch. I do quite like the look that they've got here. Let's go inside Cabin 7 and see what they've got going on in this model. Welcome inside Cabin 7, my home for the next 14 and a half hours. I got to roll out of here at 5 a.m. tomorrow, which I'm not fully mentally ready to think about just yet. I think the best way to start off the interior of this model is with a party trick. So people always say when there's windows on a home, I don't want people looking in, there's too many windows. What about bears? Which I don't fully understand, but they've taken care of at least the people looking in with this little trick. There you have it. You can make it so that nobody can see in from the outside by pushing this button, and then when you want to have a little more natural light coming in, or you want to look out, you send it back. So this is a studio model, and the way they've got it set up is with the living room on the front. As mentioned, 264 square feet. So the living room section is about 4 feet wide. You got the TV on the wall over there, and then we're right into the bedroom. They've set this up with a set of bunks, and it's not just any set of bunks. It actually has another bed that rolls out under the bottom bunk, so you've got 3 sets of single beds. Park somebody on the couch. This thing sleeps 4, which is kind of cool. Across from the bedroom, they've got the kitchenette. And again, it's very well equipped for a kitchenette. No oven. You'll notice they haven't put cabinets on the bottom under the counter. Let's have a look. This model is ADA compliant, and with that, they've left the cabinets off under the entire countertop so that someone in a chair can roll right on up in here and do the dishes or whatever else they want to do on the countertop. That means what we're left with for storage in this kitchenette is everything on or above the countertop. So we've got 2 rows of shelving here. You can see coffee cups, glasses, plates, bowls, etc. there. And then up top we've got pots, pans, and this is actually my mustard. I get tired of eating out all the time and sometimes want something a little bit healthier, so I picked up a pack of glizzies that I'm going to roast over the fire later on tonight. I think that pretty much covers the kitchen. Let's go into the bedroom. I didn't stay here last night, so can't report on how comfortable the beds are, but check this out. They do have another one that rolls out right there. I would have to move the area rug, so I'll just leave it at that. I'll probably... yeah. This is comfortable. I'm probably going to sleep in this one right here because I slept in a loft last night, and I feel like if I go to the top bunk and try and make it the same, it's just going to be a letdown in comparison. So you'll notice over here, they've got a little light beside the bed and a USB charger, a little shelf to put whatever you want to charge right there beside you. Kind of cool. And that leads me to the final space in the home, which is behind this pocket door, the bathroom. This bathroom is huge. Check it out. As you come in the bathroom, directly on the left is the shower. It's got this seat right here. It's got the removable shower head. It's got the grab bar and everything else you might need. I haven't tested it out yet. I will be using it tomorrow morning before I leave, or possibly tonight if I go in the hot tub. We'll see. I will say this though, it does have everything you need to take a shower, including some complimentary soaps. Nice touch. Over here, they've got the vanity, and again, no cabinets underneath for accessibility purposes. This is the window we saw from the outside, so yes, the middle one does open. I was right about that. And then behind me over there, we've got the toilet, and there are grab bars all the way around to make it ADA compliant. Real quick before the sun sets, I do want to do a full walkthrough so you can get a better idea of the flow of the home, and then I might make a fire for my glizzies, and then I will get into some of the details. All right, let's check this out. The custom ADU built to be ADA compliant here at the Smoke Jumper Resort, Cabin 7. Let's check it out. Heading on the inside, you enter into the living room. So this is the living room space off to the right. And you do have the big windows on the front, coat hook beside the door. This thing has 2 heat sources. So you've got the mini split up there, and then down below, you've got the wall heater. It doesn't have the fireplace that I saw in the Holo Plus. Looking this direction, you can see that the bedroom is on the right, set of bunks with the rollout down below. And then on the left, let's take a closer look at this kitchenette. So you've got the cooktop there, coffee maker, and then the sink over here. Above that, you've got microwave, spot for dishes, and then on the top shelf, you've got some of my stuff, including the mustard, some chips, stuff like that. Down below, they've got a mini fridge and then a space there for someone to roll up and do some dishes or whatever they're trying to do. Heading down into the bathroom, this is probably the most spacious space in the entire unit. So you head in, you got the toilet on the right, and then coming around here, the windows, letting in a bit of natural light. Got this hanging thing right here because there really isn't anywhere to put clothes except for right here. So you could fill that thing up with hangers and put all your clothes there. Over here, we've got the vanity, mirror above. Again, it's set up as a vacation rental, so they've got the fancy makeup cloth right there and the soaps. This way you get a look at the shower. Again, ADA accessible with all the grab bars and the special seat there. Pretty cool. Going back towards the front, here's a look at the big windows that are always the feature, in my opinion, with anything from Drop Structures. You know, I did have every intention of roasting my hot dog over the open flame tonight and doing a fireside chat to wrap this thing up, but I got too hungry, boiled it, and I was going to do another one, but honestly, I'm not feeling well, so we're going to do the fireside chat from here. First things first, I got to show you what I'm looking at right now, because the sunset here at the Smoke Jumper is a bit of a banger. Now, this is my second day at the jumper, and after spending some time in each one of these models, I do have a few thoughts about which one I like, which one works better for certain circumstances, and if it were me, which one I would be taking. I'll cut right to the chase. I prefer the Holo Plus. I had a great time staying in that model. It feels more spacious with the loft area, even though it is a little bit smaller. With the sleeping section up top, the entire down below is used for living space, whereas in this model, you're combining the living room with the kitchen, with the bedroom, and it just doesn't quite feel as roomy, even though it is wider. With that being said, it all comes down to the use. Obviously, if this is something that you're living in all year round, do you want to climb up into a loft every night? That's a question that I can't answer. But I know for sure in this specific use case where I'm coming for one night, 2 nights, I would take the Holo Plus 10 times out of 10 because I think it's just got a better vibe. That's probably why they've got 8 of those and 1 of these. If you've been following the channel, you've probably heard me talk about Drop Structures, and you might be wondering if seeing it in person lived up to the hype that I saw online. And the answer is yes. They look just as cool in person, and I really enjoyed checking them out. If you're like me and find this style of housing interesting, the Smoke Jumper is a pretty cool place that you can stop by and try at least 2 different models to see what your own thoughts are. Now, I know people are probably wondering what the price of this specific model is, but since it is a custom, they don't have the exact price listed on the website. However, I did a little bit of digging and found something close, so I can at least give you an idea of what something like this might cost. The closest model that they have listed that has pricing available is their Mono. It's also a studio, but it is a little bit bigger at 321 square feet. Again, this one's 264, so we have to take that into consideration when comparing the 2 prices. The Mono is listed at 118,000 USD or $159,900 Canadian. This is just a guesstimate at best to give people an idea of what kind of ballpark we're even in with these. Drop Structures does have pricing readily available on their website for all their available models that aren't custom, so if that's of interest, you can definitely check that out. I'll put the link in the description down below. That is it for me here at the Smoke Jumper. I hope you enjoyed the tour. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.